to the heated Capitol Hill hearing. Airline executives were grilled by senators over skyrocketing fees that make your plane ticket more expensive. Elizabeth Schulze has those details. And Elizabeth, the senators were fired up about this, but what does it actually mean for flyers?
They were fired up, Rebecca. You know, senators really are demanding that airlines crack down on so-called junk fees. We saw that passengers paid more than $7 billion just in luggage fees last year. But the reality here is that airlines are unlikely to lower those costs voluntarily, and Congress is far from passing any law that would change their business model.
This morning, airline executives are under pressure after a turbulent hearing on Capitol Hill over the fees that make your airfare more expensive.
Nobody enjoys flying in your airlines. It's a disaster. You charge people fees that they know nothing about. You harass them to death.
A Senate subcommittee grilling executives over fees charged for early boarding, better seats, and other conveniences, voicing many travelers' frustrations.
They feel, with more than understandable justification, that they are piggy banks to be shaken down by these skyrocketing fees that seem to have no connection to any costs that the airlines incur.
Senators claim there's a lack of transparency, saying vague pricing makes it hard for customers to budget.
We're all captives on your airplanes at a certain point. And you just say, you want to pick a seat, we're just going to charge you some random amount more.
But executives rebutting those claims.
Optional services, by definition, are not so-called junk fees, as optional services are not required to travel.
It has never been more affordable to fly. Over time, overall airfares have gone down.
Senators also say some budget airlines have run a kind of bounty program, paying employees extra to stop passengers if their bags fail to meet certain requirements.
Your airlines are paying millions of dollars to your employees to harass people who've already paid. They're there in line because they've already paid. It's unbelievable.
Now, there are already some changes that passengers should know about. A new government regulation took effect in October that requires airlines to automatically refund you within 7 business days if your domestic flight is delayed more than 3 hours and you choose not to fly, Rebecca.
And that is automatic. And Elizabeth, there are also some other rules in the works right now.
Right. The Transportation Department is proposing a new rule today that would require airlines pay at least $200 in cash refunds if your trip is severely disrupted and it's the airline's fault. Most airlines do already provide refunds, so a big focus on transparency here, guys.